In Leviticus 23:44, it says, and Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feasts of the Lord. And the word feast there comes from the Hebrew word maw'id, given here in the context of the Old Covenant at Sinai, with all the laws and instructions that God gave on the mountain. The Hebrew word is maw'id. And what people do is, they say, see, this Hebrew word is maw'id? It actually is in Genesis 1:14. And in Genesis 1:14, I'll read from there halfway in the verse. And let them be, as the lights in the heavens, in the sky, let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. And the word seasons there is the same Hebrew word maw'id. And so what do people conclude? The feasts were instituted and given right there. They say feasts, feast. That's reading the scriptures with total disregard to the context. It's doing the same thing as someone who would bring the rubbish and throw it in my staff room just because I have on there a sign that says refuse tip. This is given in the context of after sin entered the world, the feast. We're given in the context after sin entered the world, after Israel was brought out of slavery, where God said, I'm going to give you a covenant that if you obey, I will bless you. It's in that context, after sin. This context is totally different. This is in the context of a perfect world before sin. There's no need for any plan of salvation yet. There's nothing about the plan of salvation that is even revealed or required. Different context. You can't force the meaning just because it's the same word. If we are to be consistent with that, this method of Bible study will result in some ludicrous conclusions. Here's an example. Jeremiah 8:7. Yea, the stork in the heaven knoweth her appointed times. You know what that word is? Maw'id. The stork keeps the feasts. This is the conclusion I have to come to if I'm consistent with this method of Bible study. The context is irrelevant. It says the same word, brother, and they go to the Hebrew and open the concordance. And even in the Hebrew meaning, it doesn't mean feast days all the time. It actually means an appointment, an appointed time. The feasts were the appointed time in that system for the Jews to worship in that manner. The sun and the stars were to set the appointed times where you have all kinds of appointments, not just the feasts of the Lord. And so this is a very important thing to keep in mind.